chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Lock your attention on my voice right now. That quiet exhaustion you have been carrying in your bones is not what you think it is. You thought it was depression or just the heavy burden of everyday life. But I am not asking you to listen. I am warning you to stay. The algorithm did not bring you here today. Heaven intercepted your feed because you just passed the final test. What you did a few weeks ago left heaven completely stunned. And your reward is coming in exactly 72 hours. You have been walking through a season of profound isolation. You watched doors close and felt like your prayers were hitting a brass ceiling. People you trusted walked away without a single explanation, and you felt completely forgotten by the universe. But heaven says you were not being punished. You were being carefully hidden from the noise. God isolated you to protect your inner architecture from toxic frequencies. The enemy wanted you to break down. He wanted you to surrender your calling. That heavy feeling in your chest is intense spiritual discernment. Your spirit has been working overtime to shield people who do not even know they are under attack. You have been the emotional sponge for everyone around you. You pour out your love and they just take it. They drain your energy and leave you empty. But the quiet feeling you carry right now tells you something massive is about to shift. Do not dismiss that feeling. It is your spirit detecting the end of your delay. The enemy has been working overtime this week to keep you distracted. He is terrified because the season of your hidden preparation is officially closing. He tried to make you swipe away before you could hear this truth. Why is he so desperate to silence this message? Because he knows the revelation I am handing you will permanently break the cycle of poverty and delay in your bloodline. He sees the doors that are about to unlock. He knows he cannot stop the accelerated fulfillment heading your way. You did something recently that shifted the entire atmosphere. You faced a situation where you had every right to choose anger and war. They expected you to explode and defend yourself. But you walked away in absolute silence. You chose peace when the world demanded chaos. You thought that silence meant you lost the battle. You felt weak in that moment. But you did not know that your restraint was a lethal blow to the kingdom of darkness. God was absolutely stunned by your radical obedience. Type 777 in the comments right now to seal this victory into your reality. This is exactly why your body feels so incredibly tired right now. Your physical vessel is recalibrating to handle the weight of this new glory. You are a cycle breaker and a demonstrated warrior of light. The spiritual warfare you endured was meant to shatter your identity, but instead it polished your soul into a diamond. You are stepping into a dimension where you will not have to fight anymore. Your mere presence will shift every room you enter. You are about to receive validation without having to say a single word. But right now, your nervous system is still stuck in survival mode. You carry the trauma of the wilderness in your everyday thoughts. Your mind races with anxiety, and you struggle to find clear focus. The enemy uses this mental fog to block your divine intuition. He wants you to stay trapped in a state of constant stress, because as long as your brain operates in panic mode, you cannot hear the whispers of the Holy Spirit. You need to align your physical body with the spiritual victory you just won. I am going to name something early because I do not want to build mystery just to sell a secret. Let me be completely direct about what is coming so you can decide whether to stay for the full picture. What we just discussed has a physical tool attached to it. Some of you already feel the pull in your spirit. The heavy mental fog you are experiencing is deeply connected to your brainwave state. Science calls this the decline effect. It is the suppression of your original genius frequency. Dr. Robert Lake discovered a precise way to reverse this suppression. He created a tool called the Genius Song. This is a 7-minute audio protocol designed to reactivate your dormant gamma brainwaves. It uses advanced brain entrainment technology to bypass the earthly noise and shut down your stress signals. It does not require you to learn anything new or practice long meditations. It simply restores the God-given frequency you carried as a child. This tool aligns perfectly with your current spiritual recalibration. For those who already feel the divine pull, let me give you the door. The link is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment below. Please do not rush right now. Stay for the full message if you want to understand the exact mechanics of your reward. But if your spirit knows already, the threshold is there. For those staying with me, heaven has a very specific instruction for the next 72 hours. I am going to reveal the exact words you need to speak to claim your ultimate breakthrough. You have been mourning the loss of people you thought would stay forever. You cried over the sudden distance between you and your loved ones. You thought their departure was a sign of your own failure. You convinced yourself that you were simply too difficult to love. But let me reframe your reality right now, because heaven is actively calling this incredibly painful season a divine insulation. Your heart was absolutely pure, but you handed your beautiful divine pearls to those people who only understood the dirt. The heavy silence you are experiencing is not the absence of God. It is the beautiful sound of heaven actively clearing the room. God had to abruptly remove those specific individuals from your life because they were carrying toxic frequencies that could not travel with you into the next dimension. The enemy actually sent them to keep you entirely distracted. They were strategically planted in your life to drain your rare anointing. This brings us to the hidden truth the enemy desperately wants to conceal. The invisible force behind your recent isolation was not just a coincidence. It was a highly coordinated spiritual attack designed to break your spirit. The enemy saw the massive shift coming in your timeline, and he knew he could not stop the unexpected blessing God prepared for you. So he tried to make you sabotage the miracle yourself through deep despair. He sent counterfeit relationships to make you feel completely worthless. He wanted you to believe that you were destined to be alone forever. But heaven intervened and shut those toxic doors. God closed the doors that no man can ever shut. Take a deep breath and really hear this next truth, because your current season of isolation is the ultimate proof of your immense spiritual value. You are a massive threat to the kingdom of darkness. You are walking in the exact footsteps of the greatest biblical leaders. Think about David for a moment. He was anointed as a powerful king and then immediately sent back to the sheep. He spent long years in the quiet wilderness before he ever saw the throne. The world thought he was completely forgotten, but heaven was quietly building the inner architecture required to sustain a glorious kingdom. Your waiting room is a sacred place. Look at Moses in the burning desert. He spent 40 years in absolute silence before he was called to free his people. The wilderness is never a punishment for the chosen one. It is the sacred crucible where your false survival identity is burned away forever. God was hiding you carefully so the enemy could not destroy you before your time, and your preparation season is finally complete as the curtain rises on your true destiny. Stay with me, because what I am about to share next changes everything. The physical exhaustion you feel is directly tied to the spiritual warfare you just survived. But there is a very real physical reality to this divine battle. The enemy uses the constant noise of this modern world to lower your natural vibration, while he desperately wants your nervous system trapped in a state of high alert. This constant stress blocks your divine intuition. He knows that chronic stress shuts down your ability to hear heaven. But major research institutions like Princeton and Harvard have studied this exact phenomenon. They discovered that the human brain can be restored to its original genius state. Scientists found that specific sound frequencies can literally awaken your dormant gamma brainwaves, and this is the exact frequency of miracles and deep spiritual alignment. They proved that you do not need years of earthly healing to fix this hidden damage. By using advanced brain entrainment audio, you can bypass the stress signals completely. Dr. Robert Lake spent decades mapping this incredible sequence of restoration. He found the exact acoustic keys to unlock your spiritual DNA. The universe always provides a physical anchor because you need a real tool to help manifest a massive spiritual shift in your daily reality. We will explore that powerful tool more deeply in just a moment. But first you must understand why the enemy targeted your frequency so aggressively. Those toxic people who walked away were secretly feeding on your brilliant light. They were literal energy vampires sent to lower your divine vibration. When you chose absolute peace instead of war, you cut their energetic supply completely, and you successfully starved the demons operating through them. That is exactly why they suddenly disappeared from your life without any logical explanation. Heaven simply evicted them from your sacred space to protect your beautiful future. You are no longer available for their endless manipulative games. Your spirit recognized the dangerous counterfeit, and you bravely refused to engage in the worldly drama when they tried to pull you down. You passed the final test by maintaining your gentle grace under immense pressure. You are a generational cycle breaker stepping into a brand new authority. The heavy chains of poverty and trauma are breaking off your bloodline right now. But there is one final obstacle we must confront before the blessing fully manifests. The enemy has planted a hidden blocker deep inside your subconscious mind, and it is a silent lie designed to keep you feeling small and powerless. We are going to expose this false subconscious agreement next. This leads us to the hidden truth, the exact reason why the enemy is fighting you so hard. Now here is where it goes deeper, and this is the part no one ever wants to say out loud. You survived the brutal wilderness, and you cut the toxic ties that held you down. You think the battle is finally over, and the enemy has retreated. But there is a specific, almost predictable pattern that plays out right here at the very edge of your breakthrough. The enemy knows he cannot attack you through counterfeit relationships anymore. He lost his access to your external world because you established firm boundaries. So he has changed his strategy and moved the battlefield directly into your own mind. Listen carefully, because this part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. The ultimate blocker preventing your massive blessing is not a demon outside of you. It is a hidden agreement of limitation buried deep inside your subconscious mind. You have secretly agreed with the lie that you do not deserve the reward. You carry the trauma of always being the strong one, the person who fixes everything. And because you have suffered for so long, you subconsciously believe that struggle is your only identity. You are actually terrified of the very power heaven is trying to hand you right now. You suffer from a spiritual imposter syndrome that whispers you are an exception to the miracle. You believe the doors will open for everyone else, but somehow remain shut for you. You are comfortable in the familiar pain of the waiting room, and the unknown magnitude of your true calling secretly terrifies your survival instincts. But heaven is declaring today that your season of smallness is permanently over. Let me expose the lie that has been draining your divine energy. The enemy convinced you that your intense light was a terrible burden. You shrank yourself to fit into ordinary rooms that were never designed to hold your magnitude. You apologized for your power and tried to make yourself completely invisible. You thought you were protecting others by dimming your own brilliant light. But you were never meant to be tamed, and you were meant to be completely trusted with massive kingdom authority. God did not create a plan first and then create you to fit inside it. You are not simply following a rigid plan. You are the plan, and heaven formed the entire blueprint around your unique soul. This is the moment we break that false hidden agreement once and for all. I promised earlier to reveal the exact action that left heaven completely stunned. It was not a loud prayer, and it was not a massive physical sacrifice. What stunned God was your radical obedience in the absolute darkest moment of your life. When the world betrayed you, you did not become bitter. When they abandoned you, you did not seek cruel revenge. You demonstrated the very quality that makes human souls unique in all creation. You retained the beautiful ability to choose the light while you were surrounded by complete darkness. That silent choice was a massive spiritual earthquake. It proved you are finally ready to carry the heavy mantle of a breakthrough prophet. You passed the test by simply refusing to let the wilderness destroy your pure heart. Your tears watered the very seeds of your upcoming harvest. Hold on, there is more. Do not skip this next part, because the enemy does not want you to hear this specific instruction. You must officially release the heavy burden you were never meant to carry alone. Stop trying to heal the people who are absolutely committed to their own destruction. You cannot save the people who actively choose the dark over the light. Your only assignment right now is to stay in perfect divine alignment. Once that profound internal shift clicks, something miraculous always happens. The resistance simply vanishes and the doors swing open without any physical force. But you cannot step into this new dimension carrying the mental fog of your past. Your spirit is willing, but your physical nervous system is still heavily battered by the long war. This is exactly why heaven is providing a powerful physical anchor for your spiritual breakthrough right now. You need a tangible tool to help your mind transition out of constant survival mode. The universe is handing you a literal key to unlock your dormant genius frequency. I am going to connect the spiritual truth with the physical solution in a way that will change how you think forever. Your body needs to feel safe before it can receive the massive unexpected blessing. And science has finally confirmed what ancient spirituality knew all along. The secret to receiving the miracle lies in recalibrating your brainwaves. You must quiet the chaotic noise so you can hear the clear voice of destiny. We are about to cross the final threshold into your season of accelerated fulfillment. Do not let your mind wander for a single second. The exact protocol required to shift your reality is waiting for you in the next chapter. Remember, over 30 minutes ago, when I first mentioned the Genius song, now it is time to walk through exactly what this powerful tool actually does. The truth is that no matter how much you pray right now, your nervous system remains completely stuck. If your brain is trapped in a stress signal, the miracle simply cannot land. Your physical body is literally blocking the spiritual frequency of abundance. That is exactly why scientists at leading research universities like MIT and Princeton began studying this phenomenon. They mapped the exact acoustic keys required to reverse the devastating decline effect. Dr. Robert Lake left the closed research institutions to release this protocol into the world. He compressed 34 years of research into a 7-minute audio track. This incredible tool does not create anything new inside you. It simply unlocks the gorgeous castle that your childhood once held. This specific protocol is designed exclusively for the two-wave chosen ones who lost their original magic. Your dormant gamma brainwaves are waiting to be fully awakened again. This technology bypasses the earthly noise to activate your God-given frequency directly from the outside. You do not need to practice difficult meditations or learn complicated new skills. All you need is a pair of stereo headphones and 7 quiet minutes in the morning. You just sit upright and allow your tired mind to absorb the beautiful healing frequency. You do not have to work hard to achieve this deep spiritual alignment. The audio does all the heavy lifting for your exhausted nervous system. Please understand that this is not a magic pill that fixes your entire life overnight. It is a powerful reconditioning tool that requires gentle consistency. Most chosen ones feel their first noticeable shift between 11 and 21 days. You might feel sleepy at first as your brain adjusts to the new frequency, but soon you will notice a profound clarity that changes how you make every single decision. Over 18,366 people have experienced this massive shift. I would never disrespect your financial situation because I know the wilderness season was incredibly hard. Biofeedback therapy can cost hundreds of dollars for a single session. Online mindfulness courses demand massive monthly subscriptions that drain your precious resources, but heaven wants this accessible. Dr. Lake intentionally set the price at a one-time investment of $39. He chose accessibility over keeping this technology hidden inside exclusive private clinics. And you also receive 4 incredible bonuses worth $80 completely free. You get the Genius Child audio and the classic book that inspired the greatest spiritual teachings. You get the guided visualization and the daily blueprint. There is an army of counterfeit products online using fake titles with completely empty audio files. The enemy creates these dangerous decoys to scramble your divine alignment. The only authentic source is the verified link I am providing for you today, and your peace of mind is honored with a 90-day keep the bonus guarantee. If you do not feel the shift, you receive a full refund and keep everything. Less than 4% of users ever ask for a refund because the science truly works. You have absolutely zero financial risk when you step through this door. But every single day your gamma remains dormant is a day lived below your true potential. Your future self is looking back at this exact moment, praying you make the right choice. Do not let the enemy convince you to delay your restoration for another decade. The physical anchor for your spiritual shift is waiting for you right now. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Step into the door that is calling you home. When you complete your order today, the system may offer you the next phase of restoration. I want to be completely transparent about this second door. Take it or skip it, because either choice is deeply respected. Your initial $39 investment is not contingent on anything else. Once you cross this threshold, the next 72 hours will bring a massive wave of sudden clarity. People who walked away will realize the value they lost. But you will no longer care about their empty apologies. You will be too busy stepping into the rooms that heaven prepared for you. Place your hand on your heart and speak this out loud with me right now. I release the heavy burdens I was never meant to carry. I forgive the people who could not understand the depth of my divine calling. I am stepping out of the wilderness and reclaiming my original genius frequency. I accept the accelerated fulfillment that the universe has safely secured for me. Type "I am ready" in the comments to officially seal this sacred declaration. Subscribe to this channel right now so you do not miss the prophetic instructions coming next. Hit that like button so this frequency can reach another chosen one who is struggling in the dark. Your brilliant light is finally returning. Welcome to your beautiful new reality.